Hello, everybody. No great cinematics or writing a script or anything today. Just gonna try to go completely off the cuff because I've got a lot of stuff in the pipeline right now, and I really don't want to add more to my workload when it comes to an update video. So that's pretty much what this is. Welcome to the end of 2024. I know we still have like 3 weeks left, but I don't suspect anything major is going to change in that 3 weeks, as far as I know anyway. But I wanted to talk a little bit about, did I say welcome to the end of 2024? It's 2025. Welcome to the end of 2025. So it's been a crazy year, hasn't it? This time last year, I was taking a massive break from the internet, trying to really figure out what I wanted to do with my life. I was in this just bad state. I was depressed all the time, constantly dealing with depression. Woke up every day wanting to, myself. I was lost. I hated the video game I was making content on. I hated full-time content creation. I had thought that it was like my dream to do content creation full-time. It wasn't. It really wasn't. And after the events of last November, where I got into a big bullshit fucking back and forth with someone, trying not to dredge up old shit. Basically, the end all be all was that I was being harassed every single day, being told to kill myself every single day, wanting to kill myself every single day, having slurs hurled at me every single day. And on top of that, I was having to deal with a bunch of other bullshit from other people. And to paraphrase the realization I had, one day I had gotten yet another comment telling me to just end it all. At that point, it was literally a daily occurrence. Every video I had another comment telling me to off myself. It just what would happen. And I remember I had drove to a bridge here in my city, and I sat on that bridge, on the edge of it, for about 2 hours. And I kept thinking, any second now, I'm just going to throw myself off. Any second now, I'm just going to throw myself off. I even had a note, a letter, not a note, whole like 3 or 4 page letter written out to my mom and my granny, because they were the only 2 people in my life at the time. And I was close. And at some point, I realized that I only had 2 options. Either something had to change, or I needed to just end it all right then and there. So I told myself that I'd give myself 2 months. 2 months. If nothing changed, then I would go back to that bridge and I wouldn't hesitate. So I came back home, threw away the letters, and started making changes. I put content creation to the side. I told everybody I was quitting in the hopes that most people would just leave me alone at that point. And for the most part, people did. There was only one person who didn't. They stalked me across multiple different social media platforms. They, to this day, continue to stalk me. But I think what they forget is that I know their real name because they told it to me at one point. And I have already, earlier this year, like way earlier this year, like January, February or so, I went and talked to my local police department, told them about the stalking. If you've ever tried to report someone for stalking and harassment, you would know by this point that the police don't do shit until you actually get hurt. But this person's name was in there, and there was some other paperwork I had to fill out, basically anti-swatting stuff. My address is on file, so that if somebody calls in something, I told them, I was an online content creator. I had to show them a whole bunch of shit, show them some of the messages that I had received that I did manage to dig up and keep, show them what was going on. So that was frustrating. But what I can say is after the two-ish months that I took off, I came to a couple of realizations. Number one, can't attach my primary income to content creation. I just can't do it. It's fine if I'm making, some money off of it. It's good extra pocket money. And there might come a day where I'm making enough money that I would feel safe going back to full-time content creation. But as I was having to donate plasma to supplement my income, and having to do odd jobs all over the place and relying on the goodwill of other people, it just wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth it. And then I got to pay taxes at the end of the year. So fuck me in the ass, right? So I that was the first thing, is that I want the ability to not have to stress about making videos. If I don't want to make videos, I want to be able to just get up, walk away from it all, and not worry about it. The second thing was that I wanted a peaceful job. I wanted to work in a bookstore. I've still not been able to find a job at a bookstore. It is surprisingly difficult to find a job at a bookstore. It's not that there's not a lot of bookstores in my town. There's actually quite a few of them, but it's surprisingly difficult to get into one. Bookstore is still where I want to work. It's still what I want to do. And my current job that I work at, I'm looking for another job so I can get away from it. The work environment's just too toxic. Then they do not pay me nearly enough for me to care. But it's been my whole year. In the beginning of the year, I worked for H&R Block with taxes, which was fine. But the problem with H&R Block is you can only work 4 months out of the year, and my bills are due 12 months out of the year. So yeah, don't really get the option to not work for 8 months out of the fucking year. You know what I mean? Yeah. Okay. I thought I did math wrong. So after that, of course, as some of you know, I went to be an insurance agent, and I left that job because I found out they were stealing from me. One of the management was taking commissions of the lower agents and putting those commissions in his name. And when I reported it to the agency director, he basically told me that that's just what they do sometimes so that the managers can get big checks, so that it, quote, inspires the lower agents to work in the management. I thought that was bullshit, and I had no legal recourse, because any kind of job like that, almost any sales job I've ever worked in my life, I've worked a couple of them, they're basically glorified MLMs. They're pure commission based, and they require you to basically play a numbers game, bother people, interrupt their day, manipulate people, and at the end of the day, it just feels icky. And while I was making decent money, I was making like a grand a week, I did not appreciate my hard work being stolen from me, on top of the way sales made me feel, so I walked away. Then I got the job that I'm currently at now, and without going too deep into it, basically they want you to be a little worker drone, and everything that you do is, if it's not this perfect personality-wise, they don't like you. They want you to be this uppity, prim and proper type of bullshit that I'm not, and I can only bend so much, right? I can only change who I am so much before I feel sick at the idea of going into work, which is why I'm looking for another job right now. But I won't quit the one I'm at until I get another job. But I also have taken off like a week of vacation that I saved up, because we gained vacation very quickly over there. I'm taking off a week of vacation that I saved up to look for something else. I had an interview this morning, which is going back to janitorial, which I'm very hopeful for. Not only does it actually pay worth a shit, which is hard to find in janitorial, but it's a government job, which means that it'll be good benefits. And I like janitorial work. It was always very peaceful, very quiet, very relaxing. They just kind of pointed at a spot, said, don't leave until that's clean, and then they left you alone. Basically every janitor job I've ever worked. And I like that. I like that environment. That's always been my favorite. Clean all this, don't leave until it's done. Pop the earphones in, listen to whatever you listen to, podcasts, audiobooks, music playlists, whatever. Get the job done, triple check your work, make sure it is done. Get the fuck out. I'm down for that. I love that. It's honestly my favorite type of work I've ever met. So, crossing my fingers for this. But yeah. Outside of that, as far as content goes, a lot of you have noticed that I put Dead by Daylight to the side, and this time it's for the final time. It's been almost 4 months since I stopped playing Dead by Daylight, about 4 months, give or take, and I am so happy. Oh my god, it's so good. it's so good. Has it been almost 4 months? Feels like it's been almost 4 months, hasn't it? Somewhere around, I think like August, like about my birthday, give or take. It's great. It's great. Every time I read the patch notes, Dead by Daylight is dog shit. And I feel better about it. But now I went through a little period of making like historical documentaries, and then I put those to the side because they were a lot of work and I was very tired with the jobs that I was working 40 hours a week, so I was kind of too tired to come home from work and do research and all of that on top of trying to write my book and my novel and everything, and so it's been a back and forth, but I've been trying to do more commentary videos as I come across them, and I've been trying to script them so that I have something to work with, even though I normally don't follow the script that well, because I don't know about you guys, but I can't memorize lines. I could never be an actor. I could be a voice actor because you got the script in front of you, but I can't memorize my lines. So I writing a script has never helped me when I got to be in front of the camera, but we'll see what happens. So yeah, I got a few videos in the pipeline. I've got one on fat phobia and living as a fat person. I've got one on, I call it the respect paradox. I've got one on okay. Sorry. I've got like 3 or 4 videos I'm working on right now. So that on top of writing in my book, I'm almost finished with chapter 4. It's taken me a long time to get back into the flow state of writing, but I finally got over, I was trying to figure out how to connect 2 points within the chapter, and it wasn't working out very well, but I finally am over that section, and I'm hoping to have the book finished by the middle of next year. But in quicker news, I am hoping to have my first horror anthology book finished by the end of this year and ready to release in January. So if you guys don't know, I have a second channel where I upload horror stories. I currently have episode 15 being recorded by a friend of mine because that requires a female narrator, and she's also a voice actress, and she's very talented. She's already been the narrator for one of the stories, so she's going to be narrating this one, and then she's working with me on episode 16. So I've got episode 15 and 16 basically written, and they're being recorded now, and then episode 17 is in the works of being written. But the first 15 stories I'm going to put together in a kind of compilation anthology, short novel, not novel, a short book. I doubt it's going to be very big. Each story is only about, I'd say 7 to 8 pages. So there's 15 of them. So that's about 105 pages roughly of stories. I have somebody transcribing them as well. That's why it's taking a little bit longer for the physical book to come out. But I also want to have the audio book or the audio finished and uploaded before I release the book. I also need to find somebody to do some artwork for me for that one. That's going to take a little bit longer. But my hope is that it'll be self-published and ready to release in January. So you guys will have a physical copy of my writings while I'm writing my novel as well. I really want to lean more into the author side of myself. I have my novel, I have my horror stories. I'm probably going to be working on a collection of short fantasy, like folktale type of deals at some point. But while I'm doing that, I do enjoy using this channel for like commentary stuff. Uploading the shorts that I make on my TikTok has been, you know, pretty fun. I've been weeding out a lot of jackasses with those, so that's cool. But yeah, as far as 2026 goes, like I said, I've got my hope is to finish my novel by the middle of 2026. And then that one I'm going to get professionally published because, oh boy, because I want to have a professional editor look over it. Because it's a full-length novel and I want some professional work done. While I'm a pretty decent story writer, I do want to have a professional, like, actual editor look over it, you know, give me feedback on, you know, character developments or plot holes that I might have missed. But outside of that, my hope is to have it finished by the middle of 2026 and have a company ready to publish it by the end of 2026. So hopefully by the end of next year, you guys will have my first full-length murder mystery novel in your hands. That's my hope. As far as content on this channel, told you guys about some of the videos that I'm working on. It's going to be coming out. But as usual, don't expect videos to be uploaded here. Don't think that they're going to automatically be like, you know, once a month or twice a month. Sometimes a month or two might go by. Sometimes you might get 6 videos in 1 month. You never know with me. And other than that, I hope you have a good set of holidays. Happy holidays. And remember to hug your loved ones for me. If you guys paid attention to this channel, I suffered a pretty heavy loss this year. Last year, I suffered a loss as well. It's been pretty rough. So just remember to hug your loved ones, give them a kiss, spend time with them. And other than that, I love you guys so much. And I have one more video this month for sure, which is the history of Krampus. But outside of that, I will probably see you guys in January. Have a good one.